Chapter 10 Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. O Puran Brahma of Pandharpur, you are a shelter to pious people. Please do not send me away from your feet. O Narayan, do not disown this Das canoe, nor think of my sins. I know that there is no punya to my credit, and as such I don't deserve to come to you. In spite of it, please accept and oblige me, like that holy Godavari, which lets in small knowledge to her. Please do like that and save me from all grief and sins. You are all powerful, and if you wish, can do anything. Even a pauper becomes rich by your blessings. Once, Shri Gajanan Maharaj came to Amravati and stayed at Sri Atmaram Bhikaji's house. This Atmaram, Gyasta Prabhu by caste, was a big officer at Amravati. He was well behaved, pious, and loved saints very much. Shri Maharaj went to him, and Sri Atmaram worshipped him with full devotion, bathed him in hot water, and applied chandan paste to his body, offered him a silk bordered dhoti of red, and applied keshri tilak on his forehead. Then he garlanded Sri Maharaj, gave an offering of many sweet dishes, and a dakshina of 100 rupees, followed by arti, scented agarbatti, and put flowers on his head. Atmaram did all of this with great love and devotion. People of Amravati came in great numbers to get a glimpse of Sri Gajanan Maharaj. Everybody wished to take Sri Maharaj to his house for worship. Though many desired so, only a few could get that favor, as it requires a lot of punya to one's credit to have the holy feet of a saint touch his house. Whosoever had that punya to their credit, Sri Maharaj went to their house. That saint understands everything by his divine power. There was one leading pleader in Ravati by the name of Ganesh Krishna Kapade, alias Dada Sahib. He was a pious Shukla Yajurvedi Brahmin, at whose request Sri Maharaj went to him and accepted his worship. There was one Ganeshappa, a Lingayat Vani, who had a devoted wife by the name Chandrabai. She said to her husband that the saint must anyhow be taken to their house, and asked him to request Sri Maharaj accordingly. She said, if our mind is pious, our house will be graced by Sri Gajanan Maharaj, because God always helps his devotees. Ganeshappa said that it was foolish on her part to think so, as it requires a lot of recommendation from influential people to arrange a saint's visit. He further reminded her of the trouble Sri Kapade had to face for taking the saint to his house, and with the view he wished her not to press the matter any more. But Chandrabai said, I don't agree with you. My mind says that he will come to our house. You know that the saint has special affection for the poor, so just request him to come to us. Appa could not make himself bold enough to speak to Sri Maharaj, but Sri Maharaj knew his mind and said, I wish to come to your house. Tell me how far it is from here. You should not hesitate to open your mind before me. Hearing this, Ganeshappa's happiness knew no bounds. He took Sri Maharaj to his house and reverently worshipped him. Appa offered all his belongings at the feet of Sri Maharaj. Many such pujas were offered to Sri Maharaj and Ravati, and every time there was always present one gentleman. He was a nephew of Sri Atmaram Bhikaji and was a telegraphist in the post office at Bombay. His name was Barabhau, and had come to Amravati on leave to see his maternal uncle. He felt great attachment for Sri Gajanan Maharaj and did not like to leave him. He started thinking that it is better to renounce the family life as it was purely transient. This thinking made him stay with Sri Maharaj. He thought, who will reject nectar and take to poison? This is why he attended all pujas in Amravati, and there was no other reason behind it. After some days, Sri Maharaj returned to Shregaon and went straight to Mote's temple, instead of the garden where he formerly stayed. To the east of the temple, there was a vacant plot of land. Sri Maharaj went and also sat there. Krishnaji Patil got the news of the arrival of Sri Maharaj and also of having abandoned his former place of the garden. So he came rushing to Sri Maharaj, prostrated at his feet, and sat with a bowed head before him. Tears started coming out of his eyes, and the clothes on his chest got wet. Sri Maharaj said, Why are you weeping? What is the grief? Tell me immediately. Patil, with folded hands, asked him the reason for leaving the garden, and said, What is the unpardonable offense committed by me, O learned one? I am your child. Tell me the reason. This land where you're sitting belongs to one Mali, and he's of Deshmukh group. Please do not stay here. If you like, come with me. Come with me to my house, which I will vacate for you. Let me tell you, let me tell you that I can sacrifice anything to get you." All Patil brothers knew about this, and they too came and requested Shri Maharaj to stay with any of them. Shri Maharaj said, "My coming to this place for stay is in your own interest. You will realize it later on. So don't ask me now. I'll assure you that the dispute between you two will be settled amicably. All the executive officers in the land have one defect in them. That is, they fail to foresee the consequences of their actions. Now go and bring Bankatla." He was not angry at my leaving his house. You go and ask him the reason behind it. My blessings are always with you, and will be so in the future also. Bankatlal came and said, "Please don't take him back to the garden against his wish. Remember that I did nothing to obstruct him when he went away. When he went away from my house. We are all his children, and his love is the same for each of us. Sakaram Masolkar is generous at heart, and I think that he will not hesitate to give this land to Shri Maharaj. Wanting to give the land? A further planning will enable us to come together." Thus there was a compromise, and a mutt was built for Shri Maharaj, with great efforts by Prasharam Sauji. Shri Maharaj had four devoted devotees with him: Bhaskar, Barabhav, Pitamar, Ganeshappa, Amravati, and Ramchandra Guru. They were like five Pandavas, and Shri Maharaj was Shri Hari amongst them. Barabhav, feeling completely detached from did not care at all for his service. He was frequently receiving letters to return, but to no effect. Bhaskar said, "Gurudev, his Barabhav is not leaving us because he gets a lot of pedas to eat here. I think a good beating from you will make him leave the place. Monkey can be controlled with a big stick, and big mountains are afraid of thunderbolts." Once Barabhav was driven out against his wish, but he returned after resigning his service. At that time Bhaskar said to him, "Why are you troubling us by frequently coming to the place like a shameless bullock going again and again to green pastures? Only those who have renounced everything in life should come here." Shri Maharaj did not like the agistic talk of Bhaskar, and to remove his ignorance, Maharaj did as follows. There was a big umbrella in the hands of one gentleman sitting nearby. Shri Maharaj took that umbrella and started beating Barabhav with it till it broke. Then he took a cane and continued beating him with it. People around got scared, and some of them ran away. But Barabhav was lying still before Shri Maharaj. Many thought that he must have died by such a beating, and even Bhaskar now got worried over all that was happening. But he could not dare to say anything to Shri Maharaj. The cane also broke by the merciless beating. Then Maharaj started trampling him with both feet like a potter trampling mud. While this was going on, some of the disciples went to call the devotees whom Shri Maharaj loved the most. Bhaskar and Krishnaji came running to the temple, but they too could not dare restrict Shri Maharaj for all that was going on. At last Bankatlal, most hesitantly, requested Shri Maharaj to stop beating Barabhav, saying that he too was his devotee. At that time Shri Maharaj laughed and said, "You are speaking something irrelevant. I have not beaten or trampled Barabhav. You can see that for yourself and examine his body. Oh, my dear Barabhav, get up and show your body to these people." So Barabhav got up and people examined his body carefully. There was no trace of beating on it. He was happy as ever. By this incident, Shri Maharaj showed the authority and greatness of Barabhav to Bhaskar, who thereafter behaved well with him. Gold is recognized only after an acid test. There was one Suklal Agarwal at Barapur who had a wicked cow with him. She used to wander in town, trampling and hurting people by her horns. Entering any shop, she ate grains to her heart's content and pushed and spilled the remaining containers on the road. She even kicked oil and ghee containers, thereby spilling the contents on the road. If tied down, she snapped the ropes and broke the chains. She behaved like a tiger. Our people of Barapur naturally got fed up with her nuisance. She was not getting pregnant and never remained indoors. Many advised Suklal to hand her over to a butcher or get her shot down by a bullet. He permitted them to do whatever he liked with her. They liked to her. One Muslim man once tried to kill her by a gun, but somehow she knew it and attacked and threw him away with her horns. Suklal then took her and left her in another village, but she returned to Bharapur again. Somebody, remembering that Govind Bua's horse was tamed by Shri Gajanan Maharaj, advised Suklal to take her to Shegaon and give her as an offering to Shri Maharaj, thereby serving dual purpose of getting rid of her and obtaining punya by giving this cow to a saint. All liked the idea, but their attempts to catch her failed every time. And they kept a heap of green grass and some cotton seeds in an open ground. As the cow rushed to eat it, 15 to 20 people surrounded and trapped her by ropes. Then she was lifted and tied down to a bullock cart with iron chains and brought before Shegaon for giving to Shri Maharaj. As Shegaon was nearing, there appeared to be a change in her behavior. And when brought before Shri Maharaj, she appeared extremely tame. With tears in her eyes, she looked to Shri Maharaj. Thereupon Shri Maharaj said, "It is your foolishness to have tied and tortured a poor cow like this. Her neck and horns her neck, horns and legs are tied with ropes and chains. Such type of bandobast is alright for a tiger, but not for a poor cow like this. You fool! You know that this is a cow, a mother of all, and by tying her like this, you have committed a sin. Release her at once. She will not trouble anybody." With this assurance even, nobody could dare touch her. Thereupon Shri Maharaj, with his sacred hands, released her of all chains and ropes. As soon as she was free, the cow came down, folded her foreheads, and with a bowed head, went around him 3 times and started rubbing his feet by her tongue. All people saw this miracle and were surprised. Shri Maharaj said to the cow, "O cow, do not trouble anybody hereafter, and don't leave this place at all." When this happened, all people raised cheers in the praise of Shri Maharaj. Since then, she was never tied by a rope and became a wise cow. Even today, her progeny is there in Shegaon. It shows that whatever saints say come true. Now the story of Lakshman Gure. He was a rich Brahmin of Karanja and had some disease of his stomach, for which he had taken a lot of treatment and spent much money, but to no effect. Hearing the fame of Sri Gajanan Maharaj, he came to Shegaon with his wife. The ailment was so acute that he could not even walk, and 2 to 3 persons had to lift it and brought him to the mud, as he could not even bend his body and bow before Sri Maharaj. His wife bowed and begged for the health of her husband. She said, "O Maharaj, I am like a daughter to you, and request you to cure my husband from the agonies of this disease. When nectar is present, then death must go away. Kindly save my husband." At that time, Sri Maharaj was eating a mango, and he threw the same at Lakshman's wife, saying, "Now go and feed this mango to your husband. It will cure him of the disease. You're a good devoted wife to him." Then he kept quiet and started smoking his pipe. Since the lady was still sitting there, Bhaskar said, "O lady, now do not sit here. Take your husband back to Karanja and feed him the prasad of mango given to you by Sri Maharaj. As soon as he eats the mango, it will cure his ailment." She returned to Karanja with her husband and fed the mango to Lakshman. Then, when the couple reached Karanja, people started asking her as to what had happened at Shegaon. She told all the details, and also that of the prasad of mango which was given to Lakshman. Thereupon the doctor said that it was wrong for Lakshman to eat the mango, as it would aggravate the ailment of the stomach. They pointed out that the great Vaidya like Mahoni, Chushud, Nignath, and Shrangadhar clearly stated that mango is a prohibited fruit for stomach ailment. They further said that had he eaten the prasad instead of her husband, her punya would have been useful for Lakshman. Everybody started criticizing her for what she had done, but her miracle happened. Lakshman suddenly passed stools and his stomach became soft. Slowly, he fully recovered and had normal health. His all ailment passed away through stools. Doctors cannot help when things are beyond nature, but at such times only blessings of God and saints are useful. When Lakshman was fully recovered, he went to Shegaon and respectfully invited Sri Maharaj to his house, saying, "Please purify my house by the touch of your feet." Sri Maharaj was reluctant, but Lakshman requested again and again, and at last Sri Maharaj agreed. Sri Maharaj went to Karanja along with Shankar, Bhau, and Pitama. Lakshman very warmly received Sri Maharaj at his house and performed the detailed puja. As for the dakshina, he said, Maharaj, everything that belongs to me is yours, so who am I to give you anything? Saying so, he put some rupees in a plate and offered it to Shri Maharaj, who, looking at that, said, When you say that you possess nothing, then where from have you brought these rupees? Lakshman, don't try to trick me by your hypocrisy, since you have given everything to me. Now open the doors and throw away all the locks. Lakshman kept quiet, but Shri Maharaj insisted upon him opening the safe. Hesitantly, Lakshman opened the locks of his safe, sat at its door, and asked Sri Maharaj to take whatever he liked from it. Though he said so, he was not honest or sincere in his mind. Sri Maharaj could understand his hypocrisy. An actor cannot keep up his disguise of a king for long. A bitter fruit appears fine from the outside, but inside there is nothing but bitterness. Saints are never happy at the house of hypocrites. So Shri Maharaj left Lakshman's house without eating anything. He did not care for Lakshman's house or money, as he was the ocean of renunciation himself. He only wanted to find the truth in what Lakshman had said, and when found his falsehood, he just left the place, and while leaving said, You are the most selfish, trying to own everything, but get ready to face its consequences. I had come to bless you and give you double of what you have, but it appears that you are not destined to get it. It proved true, and within 6 months, Lakshman lost everything and was reduced to a beggar state. By this incident, Sri Maharaj wanted to show that one should not be insincere or dishonest in the Paramarth. Sri Maharaj was Chintamani that is capable of getting anything, and as such did not care for the pebbles of Lakshman. Can aluminum decorate God? May all devotees listen to the Shri Gajanan Vijay Granth for their own good. Shubham Bhavatu, obeisance to Har and Hari. Here ends chapter 10. Swami Samarthagunatha Shri Gajanan Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Gajanan.